Lab program 5. The problem definition is to sort a given set of n integer elements using merge sort method and its time complexity. Run the program for varied values of n greater than 5000 and record the time taken to sort, and plot a graph of time taken versus n on the graph sheet. Elements can be read either from a file or random number generator, and demonstrate how divide and conquer method works. So this program is exactly analogous to the lab program 4, that is the quicksort program, wherein in the quicksort program the same thing we have done, where we wrote a Java program for quicksort, and for the values of n greater than 5000 we run the program. So similarly, this lab program 5 is an implementation of the merge sort. So most of the code remains as it is when compared to the lab program 4. The only methods that changes the merge sort code. So before exactly looking at the merge sort Java program, let us look at the merge sort algorithm. So as we have seen in the theory class regarding this merge sort, that given an array, so if n greater than 1, we copy the half of the elements to array B and remaining half to array C, and we recursively apply the merge sort to the arrays B and C, and finally we merge the B, C into the array A, so that A now have the sorted elements. And in the merge algorithm, so what we do is y less than b, j less than q. So I mean, we merge two sub arrays, okay, into the array A by properly incrementing the I, j and k indices. So here I index is for keeping track of the index of indexing for array B, j is the indexing for array C, k is the indexing for array A. Okay, and finally we copy the remaining elements in either of the sub arrays, either B or C, into the array A. So we have seen this algorithm with an example in the theory class. So in order to better understand the algorithm and the merge sort Java program, so first we will have to trace the one example for merge sort so that it can be better understood. Okay, so coming to the Java program, so I'm initializing array A 10,000 elements, scanner, then long start and end that is required for keeping track of the time. Next, enter the number of elements to be sorted. So I save the number of elements in n, then I'm generating those many number of random numbers in the range of 100, within the range of 100. Next, array elements to be sorted are printed. Yeah, next I call the merge sort here. So this code is exactly, the main function is exactly analogous to the lab program 4. The only thing is the code changes for the merge sort. In the lab program 4 it is for quick sort, in the lab program 5 it is for merge sort. So for before calling the merge sort, it is start system.nanotime to keep an account of the system time. Then at the end again we calculate the record the time. Next, the sorted elements are as follows, and the time taken is n minus start nanoseconds. Okay, so now we will look at the exact merge sort and merge functions as we have seen in the algorithm. So before exactly looking at the merge sort algorithm, so first we should be knowing one class, one class, that is arrays class. Okay, so that is what I have imported here, because we can see the algorithm of merge sort, because we need to copy the elements from starting index to an ending index to a new array, right? Similarly, copy the elements from an array from a starting index to some end index to a new array. So in Java we have a method called as copy of range that performs the copying of the elements of an array from specified range to the specified range. So this method is nothing but arrays dot copy of range, arrays dot copy of range, for which we have to have this arrays the utility class, the arrays utility class, and hence initially I have imported java.util.arrays. So java.util.random is for generating the random numbers, scanner is for scanning the integer, that is the number of size of the array. Similarly util.arrays for array functionalities. So that now I can use the method that is available in the arrays class. And an important method that is available in the arrays class is arrays.copy of range. So arrays of copy.range, the copy of range is a method that takes the three arguments. One is int array original, I mean an original array, integer array, then starting index int from, and then an ending index int 2, where the first argument is the array, second argument is the index, the initial index of the range to be copied inclusive, I mean including this value. Okay, so this is important, understanding these parameters is important. Then the to index is the final index of the range to be copied exclusive, I mean the last index is not copied, only the last index minus 1 is copied. Okay, so we will exactly look at this. So look at the merge sort algorithm. We have to copy the half of the elements to array B. So if n greater than 1, int mid is equal to n divided by 2, n divided by 2. So I have to copy the elements from 0 to n by 2 minus 1, okay, up to 0 to up to n by 2 minus 1. So if you just use the copy of range functionality, I mean the method, the elements in the array A are copied from the index starting index 0 to the last index mid minus 1, to the last index mid minus 1, because the syntax of the copy of range is like that, that is the to index is the final index of the range to be copied exclusive, I mean this value is not included for the copying, exclusive. Okay, however the the from index is inclusive, it is included. So the copying of the elements start from 0, it will not start from 0 plus 1. Okay, but copying of the element stops for the index mid minus 1, so it will not carried up to mid. Okay, so that is how. So similarly I am copying from mid to n minus 1, mid to n minus 1, so that is how it works. So the from index is inclusive, to index is exclusive. Okay, so that is why you can see the function copy of range 0 to mid, I mean the elements from 0 to mid minus 1 are copied, then mid to n minus 1 are copied. Okay, next similarly I am applying the merge sort recursively for the array B and similarly for array C, and finally I am merging B comma C, okay, B comma C and their sizes n minus mid and n minus mid, and return A finally. Okay, so this is the merge sort. Coming to the merge algorithm, so you can just see the merge algorithm where B, C and A are taken as input. So here I mean A is not required because we are returning that from the merge, we are returning from the merge, that is static int array. Okay, static int array, so that will be again assigned to array A, right? So that is why here I am passing the parameters, the two arrays, sub arrays that need to be merged, and their sizes P and Q. So how we have P and Q here, so I am passing them. So the algorithm, while I less than P and J less than Q, so you can see while I less than P and less than J less than Q, if P of I less than C of J, then in the sorted array we have to place the element from sub array B and we have to increment the index for array B, which is nothing but I. So I is the index that is used to keep track of the elements in the array B. Similarly, otherwise we have to copy the element from the sub array C. So in order to better understand it, so we will have to trace an algorithm, one example by applying this algorithm, so that it is very easy to follow the logic here. Then finally k plus plus. So k is the index that is used to keep track of the, it is used for indexing of the that is sorted array, which is nothing but here ARR. Okay, fine. Then finally, if there are any elements remaining in the sub arrays, we are just straightforward, we are copying them into the final array. And here within the index itself, I am doing plus plus, so that for the next iteration we have the k that is paid plus plus. So here k plus plus. Okay, so that is what we are doing, and finally return the array ARR, and that ARR is now assigned here, that is A, and from the merge sort what we are returning A. So this return statement is there. So here I get for A the sorted array. So and hence that is what I am printing here in the sorted elements. Okay, so that I am taken, I am printing. So that's about this merge sort, and we shall now look at the output for this merge sort. So enter the number of elements to be sorted. So just for the purpose of looking the results, I just give 10. So the array elements to be sorted are like this. So these are the random numbers. Next, the sorted elements are like this. Then the time taken is this many nanosecond. Okay, 70,800 nanosecond. So since in the problem definition he has asked for n greater than 5,000, so what we will do, so how did we do in the lab program? For the same thing we will do here. Enter the elements to be sorted. I give 5,000. So the 5,000 elements are like this, and what is the time taken? So this many nanosecond. So here also for this program you have to tabulate the results, wherein you should have the 10 entries ranging from the sizes 5,000, 5,500, so like this. So finally you should draw the graph. You should draw the graph of plot the graph of time taken versus n on the graph sheet. So you have to tabulate and you have to draw the graph. So these as part of this output, as part of the output, the table should be generated and the graph should be drawn. So please take the output for 10 inputs starting from the n value 5,000. So 5,000, 5,500, and similarly record the time taken. So how did we do in the lab program 4? Then finally plot the graph. So that's about the lab program 5. Thank you.